Hello again, it's Lock Noob, and it's time for another Banggood.com review. What I have in front of me is actually a Rotary multi-tool in a very nice looking case, and this is on sale at Banggood.com for about £38. Now that price will vary day to day depending on currency and exchange rate and all the rest of it. So I would encourage you to follow the link in the description below, and also look to see whether there are any active discount codes, because who doesn't like a little bit of money off? So what do you get in this kit? Well, there's a couple of really cool things about this. You get the actual multi-tool itself and the instructions, and what I can tell you about this is it seems to be constructed quite nicely. It's not heavy, but it's got some good weight to it. The plastic actually feels rugged, not brittle like some. The finish on it seems very good, and what's nice is it's got a graduated speed dial, not one which is stepped, so you can choose the speed that you want. Although, let's face it, most of the time you'll be working on max speed setting, unless you're doing some polishing where you might want to turn it down a bit, or you're drilling plastics, which will melt if you're not careful. Also in here, which I really like, is one of these flexible attachments. So this will allow you to stick this on viced up in the bench, and then do some fine detail work using this tip. I mean, these attachments are very easy to pick up very cheaply, but it is quite a nice selection. It's quite nice to have a selection in here, you know, just because it's good, isn't it? It's good to have something to get going with, even if you can pick up a load of them quite cheaply when you're ready to get some more. So you've got your sanding discs here, quite a lot of those. You get some coarser ones here, and these are the little tools that you put them on. Actually what happens is you put the sanding disc on, you screw the screw down, and the rubber expands and then grips onto the sanding disc. You've got some sort of sharpening grinding stones here. You've got some cleaning, these are nylon cleaning brushes. You've got a little sharpening stone there. Going along here, you've got all sorts of detailing tools, which actually we probably best put in something like this flexible tip, so that you can do some finer detailing work by hand. So that's quite nice, isn't it? You've got quite a good range of those here as well, so all sorts of little things of polishing, grinding. You've got some drill tips there, very useful, which go down to really small size. That's about 1 mil, I think. I haven't measured it, but that's just by eye. You've got all sorts of other little attachments, so these allow you to put on the grinding stones and the grinding discs, and you've also got some buffing pads here, which are very, very useful, and actually got some little pots of Jeweler's Rouge polishing paste. I actually used a little bit of that earlier, hence why that's got a little thumbprint on it. And then you've got some thinner grinding discs there. You've also got some more little pots of grinding discs, some wire brushes for cleaning those stubborn things with a bit of rust on, and some more kind of grinding stones which are fixed, as you can see, glued in. So, I mean, you get quite a lot in the box. It also comes with some different sized, I don't know what you call these, they're colettes really, aren't they? But you chuck these up, and you obviously have different sizes to allow you to grip different things. So if I was to use something quite thick, I would use like that, a collet, something like this. And maybe if I was going to use something very thin, then I'd want to use a collet which is thin. So it's all, you know, it's all sensible stuff. Obviously read the instructions, go online, read about using these kind of tools safely. Don't use any tool at all if you don't know how to use it safely, and make sure you wear the correct protection. Okay, so that's what you get. I think that's pretty reasonable, but this is a lock sport channel. I think we should go and use this to make something good. So I reckon I'm going to use this kit to make some pins. Why not? Let's make some pins. Let's make some nice security driver pins together. we'll chuck up some brass tubing, well, not tubing, brass rod, and we'll use a range of different tools here, and cutting discs and the whatnot, to make ourselves some security pins. And that's actually a good test, because you want this to be centered and true, so that your pins don't look all wobbly and messy. Okay, so we're probably going to go outside for this, and then we'll come back and see the fruits of our labour at the end. Okay, so I've made quite a lot of different pins just on the fly. I wasn't really thinking about it too much. But one of the things I want to do is to show how the flexible attachment works, because I think that's a major draw of sort of this set. So what we need to do first is undo this. There we go. And then empty this out a little bit, then we'll chuck up the flexible attachment, and I'll show you how that works, and hopefully we'll use it on one of the little hollow pins I just made, to show you how you might want to use it to do some fine detailing work. Okay, back in 1 second. Okay, so what I've done is I've attached the flexible attachment, and at this end, chucked into the handheld tool, is one end of the flexible attachment. In my other hand, I've got well, it's a scribing tool. I'm going to use it as a deburrer in this flexible attachment, and I've got a bit of tube that we made earlier just there, which I'm going to just chamfer and deburr. So and of course you have to take this little collar or collet or collar off the tool to get the flexible attachment going. Let's turn it on and quickly do a little deburr, just to show that the flexible attachment works as you'd expect. Okay, that looks pretty good to me. Cool, alright, let's go inside and do a wrap up, and I'll show you the pins we've made. So we're back inside, and you can see these pins, which I made very quickly, not with too much care, and I hope you like them actually. So we've got a little deep spool there, a mushroom pin, a multiple spool or barrel pin, a nicely serrated pin, and this is a little T-pin which we made. As you can see, they're all very even. They're not wobbly, and that's because the rotary tool was actually very stable and centered, so we don't have wobbly pins there, which is actually really nice. So what's my overall conclusion? I mean, I use tools like this a lot. I never thought I would when I first started lockpicking, but now I don't know what I would do without one. Genuinely, I mean, I use it for pick making and key making, for polishing things, for fixing locks, for making pins. And whilst I can't really talk about the longevity of this, because I obviously need to keep it for a long time to be able to tell you that, it seems to be really well built, really well equipped. It feels good, it works well, it's not too noisy. I don't know really what else I can say. I think it's a really nice rotary tool, and I've enjoyed using it. And I hope you have enjoyed this review. Okay, I'll see you next time.